Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati as we will go back to 1980 and start fresh with something brand new as we have different people playing Sunday night baseball, Saturday game of the week baseball. Well, I decided to touch on what has not been touched on yet, and that is ABC's Monday Night Baseball. One of the great things about growing up was maybe always having a game in that Monday night time slot. There was no ESPN, so I've decided to jump on the 1980 bandwagon since none of our community has played that one before. So we'll go ahead and kind of go back in time, and like David demos, we'll go ahead and start in Cincinnati on a non-Monday night game just because it needs to be there. And then we will play a Monday night football, Monday night baseball game, hopefully on the channel every Monday or so. So please look forward to that as we'll try to keep you guys entertained during the Major League Baseball season with a game every Monday night, plus all my other things that I'm doing. So again, we welcome you those inside Riverfront Stadium as today it'll be the Atlanta Braves taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Let's go ahead and go over the lineups. Again, we'll be throwing our own dice and entering them into the computer, but we'll also be using the Strat-o-Matic interface to help us with the played games and also the card images. So here we go with the starting lineups for the Braves. Eddie Miller leading off in center, followed by Jerry Royster in second, Gary Matthews in right. Bob Horner is your third baseman. Chris Chambliss at first, Dale Murphy in left, Biff Pocoroba behind the plate, Luis Gomez at short, and batting ninth, the legendary Phil Niekro. For the Cincinnati Reds, the defending 1979 Western champions, it will be, we'll take a look at the lineup. I have not taken a peek at them yet. It'll be Dave Collins leading off in center, Ken Griffey in right, Dave Concepcion at short, George Foster in left, Dan Dreesen at first, John Bench batting sixth behind the plate. Batting seventh is Ray Knight. Batting eighth is Junior Kennedy. And batting ninth is the pitcher, actually, Frank Pastore. So Pastore, the right-hander, against Phil Niekro, the right-hander. Again, this is 1980, so we'll go ahead and play with a non-DH. We're playing with all the shenanigans. So we're playing with clutch, we're playing with ballpark, and we're playing with weather conditions, plus some other thrown-in rules. Injuries are being used, but only as a day game, as only of the game injury, so no prolonged injuries, but it will force the use of the bench. On the mound is Frank Pastore. He was 13-7, 3.27 ERA, not bad. 161 hits, 185 innings. Pretty good card. But here in Cincinnati, it is a bandbox. Singles are only a 1-3, and it's an automatic gone home run lefty righty here in Riverfront. 1-20 lefties, 1-20 righties. So let's see what kind of offense we get here today. It's Eddie Miller lead off. He only had 19 at bats during the season, hit 158. Probably would have been carded in the 80 Strat-o-Matic. It's good to play this computer to get all the guys. Miller leads off. He is a left-handed hitter against the right-handed hitter Pastore. And the first pitch here at Cincinnati as Mark Schott sits behind the plate. And we're underway. And it will be two separate Reds. Oh, that doesn't look good. Let's throw that one back and throw that one in. Let's re-roll it so I have the exact dice I want to use. So Here we go. Let's get it underway. 5-3, and that is a ballpark single right away. So it will be a 5-3. It is a 15. It's not going to work out. It's a line drive to Dave Concepcion. Actually, Junior Kennedy fields it. Kennedy having lost the unfortunate as Joe Morgan went to Houston in 1980. So now Junior Kennedy take it over for little Joe. Jerry Royster up. He was a 242 hitter, home run, 20 RBIs, had to have some steals. Here's Royster. 5-10, ground ball to short, picked up by Concepcion, one of the best Venezuela shortstops of all time, picks up, throws him out for out number 2. So now it will be the right fielder to the Sarge, Gary Matthews, hitting 278, 19 homers, 75 runs batted in, 278 hitter, still has some good speed, good power. So looks in, gets the sign, it's John Bench. Here's the pitch from Pastore. 3-12, and that's a foul out behind the plate. Bench is there, throws away the mask, makes the catch, and 3 up, 3 down for the Atlanta Braves. It is Atlanta nothing, and the Cincinnati Reds coming up to bat. Already when I see something here, or it bugs me, so I'm going to see if I can change something real quick, folks. So let's do a reveal of Dave Collins as a Cincinnati Red, so I can get him on my team. Not sure why we don't have a picture for old Dave. So let's look and see. We could probably use that one. He kind of looks kind of he didn't have the most prettiest face. Let's see. Mr. Collins, Dave Collins. So just give me 1 second to go ahead and adjust this. Batter, let's see if there's a reason why, unless he's under David Collins or something. So give me, I'm going to go ahead and kind of tweak these photos as we're playing this game, so they don't look, so it'll have these little mess ups here and having non-pictures for people. That kind of does bug me. So Collins looks like doesn't have a main picture. Let's see if that will work. Dave_Collins. Okay, he should have a picture now. Let's take a look at David. So let's see, David Collins will lead off. Let's see if he has a picture, and does. How about that? So Dave Collins will lead off. He's a switch hitter, 303 hitter, had a good year, 551 at bats, and stole 79 bases. So he has a lot of giddy up. Phil Niekro. The defense for the Braves is Murphy, Miller, Matthews, Horner, Collins, Royster, Chambliss, Pocoroba, and Niekro. So Collins will get the jump. He'll be able to run. So it's a 5-6, and that's a fly ball in the left field. Murphy is there, makes the catch, and 1 away. Phil Niekro on the year, 15-18, 3.63 ERA, 256 hits, and 275 innings. Let's see what we have here. Is anything going on here in the comments? Nothing going on. All right, and I guess batting second for the Cincinnati Reds will be Ken Griffey. Oof, again, you want to just tweak pictures as we're doing it, and that's just, playing here while I'm hanging out with you guys today. So we'll put Ken Griffey in a Cincinnati Red uniform. Not sure why he is still in a Brave uniform. That is kind of just puzzles me. So we'll put Griffey in we'll put Mr. Griffey here in a Reds uni, hopefully, and that will work out. So Ken Griffey, and he was not junior, so we're talking the actual Ken Griffey. So Ken Griffey, we'll see if that's a picture that I can replace it with. If not, I'll have to tweak it and find the picture he's being replaced with. So let's go ahead and send him out the door. Hopefully he'll come back in. Yes, he does. So Ken Griffey now has a picture. I have to get a better one, but at least I have something with the Reds. So Griffey, 294 hitter, 13 home runs, 85 RBI. So a good year for Griff. 2-2 is a fly ball shallow center. Eddie Milner is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs here in the first. So now here's the shortstop, Dave Concepcion. So Davey comes up. Concepcion is a 260 hitter, 5 home runs, 77 RBIs. 2 outs in the first, no score. and it's a 2 and a 5, and that is going to be a bullet in the gap. Of course, this is AstroTurf. That ball will head to the wall. 2-5 on a 17, and Concepcion will head into a double. So a double for Concepcion. He has the first hit of the 1980 season. And now here's Mr. George Foster. 273, 25 homers, 93 RBIs. Right-handed hitter. Concepcion on second and 2 outs. Niekro looks in. Going to get a knuckleball here, and here's the pitch. 3-9, and that's going to be a line drive base hit into the gap. So Foster will knock in Concepcion. You'll have your very first RBI of the 1980 campaign. Foster has it, and the Cincinnati Reds have taken a 1-0 lead. Oh, he does not get the auto. Ooh, he does not get the auto. So, yeah, send the lead runner. Throw for lead. We'll throw him out here. We'll hold the trailing runners. And I guess because I changed the stats a little bit, not automatic and 1. Jeez. So he threw a bullet and he scores. So Foster stays at first. 1-0. But nothing is automatic on the Stars in this season. You do have to, they do give you option to throw somebody out. So here's Dan Dreesen, 265, 1474. Good solid first baseman. 1-9, and that's a ground ball to first, picked up by Chambliss, gets it, takes it to the bag, and that will end the first inning. We played 1 in Riverfront. Reds lead 1-0. Opening day, 1980. So here's Bob Horner, another man without a picture today. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, I picked the season with guys who are not ready for picture day, as they say. So Bob Horner will now have to smile for a picture here. And let's see what Mr. Horner does not give me a solid picture. Looking for the good picture of Mr. Horner here. And I guess we'll put him in this one. Not a favorite, to be honest. I'll have to dig out for a better Bob Horner picture if I can. So it is Bob Horner's Corner, I guess. Bob Horner. And he doesn't have a normal picture. So weird enough. So he will now have his picture. I'll go ahead and fix that, probably the better one. So Horner is now in the game. He will bat against Frank Pastore. And that is going to be a 6-8. That is going to be a line drive, and it's caught. So hit right at Concepcion on the strings, but the 20 die did not behave. So that is an out, 1 away. Here is the first baseman, Chris Chambliss. So Chambliss, 282, 1872, came over from the New York Yankees. So that was an interesting when he left for 8 and a walk. So Chambliss does draw the walk. So 1 out walk for the former Yankee first baseman. He'll take first with no man out. Here's the left fielder. Should be in the Hall of Fame, Dale Murphy. So Murph, 33 homers, 89 RBIs, hit 281. He was just coming out to be one of his own. Smartest thing they did was they moved him to the outfield. And there's a pitch to Murph. That is a line drive. That is caught. So 4-9, a liner right at Dave Concepcion. He hit a P, but right at Davey. So 2 away. Brings up the catcher, Biff Pocoroba. 265, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. He's a left-handed hitting catcher against Pastore. 5-8 is a ground ball to first, picked up by Dreesen, takes it to the bag himself, and the Braves are done. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the second. Opening day, Cincinnati. It's the Reds 1 and the Braves nothing. So bottom 2, as we're motoring here on a division football Saturday, it'll be Johnny Bench hitting 250, 24 homers, 68 RBI. Absolutely destroyed lefties this season. So hopefully he'll get some better at-bats there. 3-8, pops it straight up the old elevator chute. Luis Gomez is there, comes in and makes the catch for out number 1 in the second. So batting next for the Reds will be third baseman Ray Knight. He came in as the new third baseman with Pete Rose going to the Reds, the Phillies in 79. 5-11 and a walk. So Knight draws the walk. We'll see what kind of speed Ray had. He only had 1 stolen base, so I'm not expecting to steal. Let's see if he forces maybe a bad throw. So he is at 11%, but gets picked on an 8%. Do we want to give it a shot? He does get picked off. Shoot. So Niekro picks him off, and there's 2 away. Here's Junior Kennedy. 5-5 fly ball, and that is a fly ball right field. Gary Matthews is there. The Sarge corrals it. And we play 2 here in Riverfront. The score, Atlanta is Cincinnati 1, Atlanta nothing. We go to the top of the 3rd. Top of the 3rd, opening day. Again, we're starting with the Reds here on an opener, and then we will shift to Monday night affairs during the regular season, and then we'll pick our best night games. Hopefully, we'll be able to do what most people do, try to showcase most every team first kind of thing if we have to. I'll see if I'm able to do that, and we'll go on. Here's Luis Gomez, light-hitting shortstop, 191, 270 at-bats, no homers, 24 RBIs. Reds lead 1-0 against Frank Pastore. 3-11's a ground ball down the first. Dreesen's got it. No stolen bases for Gomez, so I'll say he takes it to the bag himself, and that is out number 1. Reds have a pretty good defense, only 3 2s and a 3. Outfield, not so good, a 4-4 and a 3, so that could be detrimental. Here's Nux, 133 hitter, no home runs, 5 RBIs. 1-8, ground ball to short. Concepcion's got all the time in the world, gets it over to Dreesen, and there's 2 outs here in the 3rd. Here's center fielder Eddie Miller. Eddie Miller, left-handed hitter, batting second. Again, the rules will apply. That will pinch it until about the 7th inning, just so let the as-played lineups do their thing. So here's Eddie Milner's second at bat. He only had 19 of them during the season. Not much of an offensive card. Now, why he started. 4-5, fly ball left field. That's Foster. Comes in, makes the catch, and the Braves go 1-2-3. So Frank Pastore getting his way with the Braves. Bottom 3 coming up. 1-0 Cincinnati. Opening day, 1980. All right, we continue here. Bottom 3rd inning. It'll be Pastore, Collins, Griffey, as the Reds have a 1-0 lead. Pastore not too bad. 156, only with 5 RBIs. He's got some stuff. 1-6 and struck him out. So strike out from Niekro. Niekro threw the knuckleball, and that's just not fair. Throwing it to the opposing pitcher. 1 away. Here's Dave Collins. Collins flied out his first time up. 0 for 1. He's a switch hitter. He'll bat from the left-hand side. Pocorobo puts down the target, and here's the pitch from Niekro. 5-10. That is going to be a ballpark single here in Cincinnati. That works quite well. That is going to be a 20, and that is denied forcibly. Royster with the catch, and there's 2 outs. So now here is the right fielder, Ken Griffey. Griffey flied out his first time. The Reds did all the damage in the first inning with 2 outs. So Pocorobo puts down the side. Here's the pitch from Niekro. 3-8 is a walk, so that could be interesting. We'll see if Griffey got some speed. He had 23 during the season. We'll see if Griffey can run a little bit. You can see we'll see if he has some giddy up in his step. He doesn't get picked off. Let's go for it, and doesn't. So he can still go on a 1-10, but we'll hold him with 2 outs. Now here's the shortstop, Dave Concepcion. Double and scored in the first. Bottom of the 3rd, 2 outs. Reds lead 1-0. Here's the pitch. 4-8, and that is a ground ball in the hole short. Gomez got it, throws him out, and that will end the 3rd inning. We played 3 here in Cincinnati. It is 1-0 Reds. So through 3, Atlanta, no runs, no hits, and no errors, while the Reds, 1 run on 2 hits and no errors. Top of the 4th, Riverfront Stadium here in Cincinnati. P-Jet, Doug Hunt coming in. Hey, guys, P-Jet, thank you. I totally didn't know about, forgot about your channel, P-Jet. Thank you for that. I had just subscribed when I did. So top of the 4, 1980 baseball. And yes, this is the year of the Montreal Expos. We'll see if they can jump over the hoop that was Michael Jack Schmidt in 1980 in the Philadelphia Phillies. Hopefully some of those games will be fun down the road. Top of the 4th, it will be Royster, followed by Matthews and Horner. So bench looks in, sign Pastore to Royster. 2-6, ground ball back to the mound. Nice play by Pastore. He gets it, throws him out. Out number 1 here in the 4th. So top of the 4th, no outs. Braves still trying to get something going. Here's right fielder Gary Matthews. So Matthews steps up. He's 0 for 1. Bench puts down the target. Pastore looks in. That will be a 4, 9, and that will be a single on a 1 to 8. That's a 17. So 2 outs. So 4, 9, and the 17. So again, it was up to the 20-sided die, and the 20-sided die is rolling hot today. It's rolling very high. So 2 outs. Again, ballpark singles are 1 to 3, but the ballpark home runs are automatics, lefty and righty, but so far hasn't affected anything. Here's Mr. Bob Horner. So he flied out his first time up. Bench puts down the target. Here's a pitch from Pastore. 3-7. That's a popped up again. Boy, good high fastball. Pastore gets the high pop up. Concepcion there makes the catch, and we played 4 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Reds. So Frank Pastore comes in through 4 innings, nothing across. And now here's Foster, followed by Dreesen and Bench. So Pocoroba puts down the target. Niekro looks in. Here's the pitch to Foster. 6-6, struck him out. Got him on the inside corner. Foster's bat did not move. So it sends Foster back to the bench. That knuckleball waved over the plate. And here's Dan Dreesen. Niekro on the game so far has walked 2, gave up 2 hits, 2 strikeouts in about 3+ innings. Again, he's down 1-0. Braves offense has yet to show up. And that will be a ground ball to the second. Royster's got it. He goes back to first and out number 2. So Niekro looking good so far. Again, getting hurt by run support. And now here's the catcher, John Bench. So far from Bench, 0 for 1, popped up. Pocoroba puts down the target. Here's the pitch to Bench. That will be a walk. So ball 4 that time. That's the 3rd walk by Nux. And Bench is on with 2 men out. So now the Reds will send up third baseman Ray I.W. Knight. He walked his first time up. Bench got some interesting wheels. Let's see if he can go for it. He can get it on a 22%. Cannot get picked off, but he doesn't get the run. So Bench stays out at first. Runner on first, 2 outs, bottom 4. Reds lead 1-0. Pocoroba puts down the target. Niekro from the stretch and the pitch. And that is a walk again. So Ray I.W. Knight walks. So now 2 on and 2 outs. The Reds with something going. And now here's the second baseman, Junior Kennedy. Kennedy always gets his man. First and second, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Kennedy the batter. Kennedy flied out his first time up. Pocoroba puts down the target. Niekro from the stretch. We're in the clutch for Kennedy, but he is anti-clutch. He loses 3 hits. So he wants something on the pitcher's card. 1-5, and he doesn't. He actually gets a base hit on the batter's card. Junior Kennedy gets a base hit and all that crap. Drives in John Bench. Knight will score. Let's see. Runner to third can try to score, but it's not automatic. See, I set it up with Supermax rules with advanced base running. And now you do have to use your head to score. It's not automatic on the 2 stars. I'm not going to say that anymore. Bench will hold at third. So Murphy's -3 arm plays into it. The bases will remain loaded. This is not your everyday Strat-o-Matic. We are using the extra rules that the computer allows. And that is the advanced base running. So if your guy at second doesn't have wheels, he is not going to score automatic from second. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Even with the 2 out plus 2, the -3 from Murphy really hurt him. So now here's Pastore. We're in the bottom of the 4th. He's going to bat. Pocoroba puts down the sign. Niekro from the stretch and the pitch. 5-6 and struck him out. And that does it for the Reds. They leave the bases loaded. Marge shot, not happy. We go to the top of the 5th. It is still 1-0 Reds. Reds, 1 run on 3 hits, while the Atlanta Braves are no runs on no hits. So we're going to the top of the 5th inning here. And it's a doozy here at Riverfront. So now let's go ahead and go to the top of the 5th. It will be Chambliss, Murphy, and Pocoroba. Here's the only base runner of the ball game. And that was a walk from Chambliss back in the 2nd inning. Bench puts down the target. Pastore looks in. 1-6. And that is going to be a little number that could be fall in. No, it will not. Again, the D20 is acting very stubborn. That will not be a base hit. And Chambliss is retired 1 away. So again, Kennedy right there for the line drive. And here is Murph. So Murph comes in 0 for 1, line out. Top of the fifth, 1 out, still 1-0 Reds. Bench puts down the target. Pastore from the windup. 2-5, and that's your first hit of the ball game and the first hit of the year for the Atlanta Braves. So Dave Murphy bashes one to right field. He's on at first with 1 man out, and he gets an opportunity. Johnny Bench no longer has that howitzer arm, so Murphy could steal one. Let's see if Murphy can. He does get picked on a 3% of the chance. Does he want to try it? He gets it on a 33, and he doesn't get the lead. So luckily, Murphy doesn't get picked off there. 1 out in the fifth. Here's Biff Pocoroba. He's a left-handed hitting catcher. I believe we lost with it last year. Bench puts down the target. Pastore from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2-8, and that is a ground ball down the first. Dreesen's got it. He'll go over to Concepcion, who comes over, throws it back to Dreesen for an inning-ending double play. 3-6-3. So we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Reds lead 1-0. The Cincinnati Reds, 1 run. Shite. 1 run on 3 hits. Let's see if I have a. We'll use blue. White die just fell to the floor, so now the blue will now be the decider die. So bottom of the fifth, 1-0 Reds. 1-3-0 for the Reds. 0-1-0 for the Atlanta Braves. Bottom 5, and we start the 1980 campaign. Again, we are going to try to be playing Monday Night Baseball as we can. So this is actually the game during the week, but it was a day game. And we're still the Reds, and then we'll get a Monday night affair coming in the next Monday night game of the schedule. So it will be Collins, followed by Griffey and Concepcion. Pocoroba puts down the target. Phil Niekro looks in. Collins is 0 for 2, and the pitch. 6-7, and that is a ground ball in the hole, second base. Our first X chance of the season. Royster is a 3-47. That could be a boot. He picks it up, and does he throw? No, he does not. It's off his arm. So Royster could not field it, and there's your Atlanta Braves committing the errors. So he now with Collins on at first with super giddy-up speed, he's going to run. 0 for Niekro, +2 for Pocoroba. It's going to be on Collins' first number. He gets the lead on a 56%, and he's going. There is Collins. Does he get thrown out? No, he doesn't on the 11. So stolen base, Dave Collins. So runner on second, nobody out. Here's Ken Griffey. Griffey in the ball game, walked back in the third, and it's flight out. 0 for 1 today. Pocoroba puts down the target. Niekro from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 4-8, ground ball down the first, picked up by Chambliss, gets to the bag, and that will send the runner over to third, 90 feet. So Griffey gets the job done, pushes Collins over, and now the computer says to play the infield in. I will agree. You want to cut early runs often here. So here's Concepcion. But remember, artificial turf will give you some extra hits, including the A+. So got to be careful here. Runner on third with 1 out, only the fifth inning. Pocoroba puts down the target. Niekro looks in. Runner on third. Griffey Collins getting a good lead, and the pitch. 4-8, ground ball to short. Gomez has got it. He'll look right in the eyes of Dave Collins and say, stay right there, and throws the Chambliss for out number 2. So a great call there, and Collins will stay at third with 2 outs. And now here's George Foster. Dreesen on deck. What do you do here? You definitely probably pitched to Foster, and his card wasn't as awesome as it was back in 77, that's for sure. So he has some holes on there, and he is not clutch. He loses a hit. Pocoroba puts down the target. Niekro from the stretch and the pitch. 5-6 struck him out as Foster swung over the knuckleball. So Niekro strands the runner at third. We're halfway through opening day 1980. It's the shot. Reds lead the Atlanta Braves 1-0. Let's take a look now at our scoreboard if we can. So far, it's 1-3-0 for the Reds, while 0-1-1 for the Braves. We don't have a full house here in Cincinnati, only about 21,000 or so, plus the fans I have in my attendance. So far, Frank Pastore has gone 5 innings of 1 hit ball, 1 walk, while Phil Niekro, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run it's earned, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. The only run of the ball game was an RBI by George Foster, an RBI single, knocked in Davey Concepcion. So top of the 6th, we now start with Luis Gomez to be followed by Niekro and Miller. as Niekro is still on deck. You don't take Niekro out in the 6th inning. Bench puts down a target. Pastore looks in. 3-7. That is a strikeout for Luis Gomez. So a big strikeout for Frank Pastore. That'll be strikeout number 2 for Mr. That's actually his first strikeout of the day. So Pastore gets his first strikeout of the 80 season. Now here's Nux. He's 0 for 1 the ball game, grounded out. Bench puts down the target. Pastore looks in and the pitch. 6-4 ground ball down the short. Concepcion still very good fielder. Should be able to make the play. Let's see what happens. Ground ball. He gets it. He picks it up and throws him out. Got him. Oh, no. He pulled him off the bag, I guess. But it was in the hole, so he couldn't get him. So the old aging Phil Niekro gets on first. So Concepcion wasn't sure. Get Dreesen. His foot was off the bag, and Niekro got down the line. So the old man is on at first with 1 out. Here's Eddie Miller. We're in the 6th inning. Still got a bad Eddie here. Bench puts down the target. Pastore with a runner on first and 1 out. 6-7 is a ground ball to second. This is, again, not Joe Morgan. This is Junior Kennedy. He's a 3-E-10. Let's see if he can turn 2 on this and end the inning. He's a 3, though. And he only gets the out at first as Niekro goes on the second. So Phil Niekro with the jacket on at second stands right there. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Tying runner is on for Jerry Royster. So Royster 0 for 2 in the ball game, top of the 6th. Bench puts down the target. Pastore to Royster and a foul ball. Suicided dice. So we roll that one just a bit outside. So re-roll needed. Here is the pitch. 2-5 is a fly ball, shallow left field. Foster there, backs up, makes the catch. And that's it for the Atlanta Braves. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 1-0 Cincinnati. So far, a good pitchers matchup here on opening day. Reds 1-3-0. The Braves 0-2-1. Bottom of the 6th. Here's some baseball here, opening day action. We'll look at the schedule when we're all done today and take a look at any quickie standings and stuff like that. And we'll tell you kind of what we're looking at for a Monday nighter. So Dreesen bench night, left, right against Nux. So Pokerova puts down the target. Niekro looks in the Dreesen. That is a 1-3 ground ball down the first, picked up by the first baseman. Chambliss gets to the bag, and there's 1 away. Chambliss still with good glove out there. The Braves have a couple 2s, 3, and Niekro and Horner's a 4. So, again, it's why the Braves won't win. Bench up with 1 out. Niekro looks in. Here's the pitch. He's their best pitcher, too. 5-8 struck him out. Bench waves on a knuckleball, and he says, "Why are you throwing that to me on opening day?" Niekro kind of smiles back and says, "Hey, got to do something." 2 outs in the 6th, bench out. So now here is Ray Knight. So Ray Knight, Ray IW Knight, has 2 walks in the ball game. Pokerova puts down the target. Niekro looks in. Here's a pitch from Phil. 4-10. There's a ground ball down the 3rd. That is Mr. Horner. Picks it up and throws a target to Chambliss, and we played 6 with the score 1-0. So 1-0 ball game. Reds 1-3-0. The Braves 0-2-1. It'll be Matthews, Horner, Chambliss, the meat of the order for the Braves against Frank Pastore. Let's look at Pastore's rating and see what we're worried about. He is so far, he's rated a 7. So this is his inning of fatigue. 1-0 Reds, top 7. Bench puts down the target. Here's a pitch from Frank Pastore. 6-10, ground ball down the 3rd. That is Knight. He is a 2-E-13, so more than a capable 3rd baseman. Let's see what happens to him. He hits down to him. He gets thrown. He picks it up and throws. That's good play by Knight. 5-3. 1 away in the 7th. So here is Horner. He's 0 for 2. Horner in the ball game has popped up twice. Bench puts down the target. Frank Pastore looks in the dealing. 3-11, ground ball down the 1st. So that's Dreesen. He gets it. Comes to the bag himself, and there is 2 outs. So 2 quick outs here in the 7th. Frank Pastore just glowing, just getting through this inning. And now here's Chris Chambliss. He's 0 for 1. He walked back in the 2nd. That's one of the only 2 base runners. Actually got 3 base runners. 2 2 hits and a walk. I got to pick that dice up. I don't have that many reds on me here. Because actually, I do. I don't like the other color. So give me 1 second. Pick up that red one. So now we're in the top of the 7th. 1-0 Reds. 130021. Sounds like his zip code. So Chambliss followed by Murph and Pocoroba. Left-right switch against Pastore. Bench puts down the target. Here's a pitch from Pastore. 5-7, fly ball center field. Collins is there. Comes in, makes the catch. And there's 1 out. So Frank Pastore definitely looking that way today. Here is now Junior Kennedy. He'll be followed by I'm sorry, that was the last out. So the Braves are out in the 7th. That was the 3rd out. Was not paying attention. So now the Reds will come up. Kennedy, Pastore, Collins. We'll see what happens. It could be interesting. Kennedy in the ball game, 1 for 2 with the single. That's a 2-6. That is a ground ball to third. Good play by Horner. He's got it and throws him out for out number 1. So Horner with a nice play. 1 out in the 7th, and now Frank Pastore comes with. Will he walk up or will they get him out of there? Jesus, I'm not catching my dice here, and that's my fault, and probably somewhere on me. But I'm going to guess not to use my other red die that I have here. Again, not really in love with it. Let's see what else I have here. I know I had some other red ones here. So let's try that one, and that will play better. Yeah. All right. So we'll try this again. So bottom 7, Reds will now send up Pastore, Collins, Griffey with 1 out. Let's look at the Red bench. Take a look at it. They got 7 guys sitting on their bench. Hector Cruz, Cesar Geronimo, Sam Mejias, Ron Oster, Harry Spillman, Don Warner, and Rick Auerbach, not the Boston coach. So against a righty, the hitter could be Harry Spillman, who is more likely a hitter mostly for right-handed pitching. Let's see. If we go at bats, let's see if we go by that thing. 145, 108. Oyster has 303 at bats. He almost hate to waste an Oyster at bat. 2L, 277 hitter, and he can play second, short, and third. I'm gonna let him bat because Pastore's been dominant. He's only given up the 2 hits in the ball game. So here we go. 1 out. Nux looks in and a sign and the pitch. That's a 5-4. That's a ground ball down the third again. That is Horner. That may not be played well, I have a feeling. He made 1 good play so far. Having him play 2 in a row is going to be difficult. Throws over. Got him. Good play from Bob Horner. So 2 outs in the 7th. And it brings up Dave Collins. He's 0 for 3. Had reached on an error and then stole second base. Pocoroba put down the target. Niekro looks in from the stretch. That's a 6-7. That's a ground ball to second. Royster's got. He's committed 1 error already today. Does he make a second error again? Royster's got it. He fields it. He throws. Got him. Oh, no. Wait a minute. And Collins beats it out, an infield hit. So Collins with an infield hit. Royster went over to his left. He stopped, pivoted, but Collins beat the throw. So now again he can run. So Griffey comes up with 2 outs. Again, Collins is going to look to steal, and he doesn't get it. But he can still go on a 65% with a quick Ken Griffey. Up next, he can lead off the inning as a leadoff hitter. So I'm going to go ahead and try to steal this. Bottom of the 7th, 1-0. Here comes the throw from Niekro, and the throw. And that is going to be an 18. He threw him out. So what a throw by Biff Pocoroba. Throws out Dave Collins, and the inning is over. So we played 7 here in Cincinnati. It's Reds 1, Braves nothing. 2-1 for the Braves, 1-4-0 for the Cincinnati Reds. So we go to the 8th inning. And it is a good one here at the ballpark. Hopefully people can see it nice when I throw them that way instead of having the screen over to my left. I kind of like it sitting on the bottom there. You guys need to see it on the right, on the left. I mean, we could move it over. So top of the eighth, Murph, Pocoroba, Gomez, and then a pinch hitter for Niekro. He's gone as long as he's gonna have to pitch, because he's gonna have to be pinch hit for at some point. So here's Murph, 1 for 2. Bench puts down the sign. Pastore looks in and the pitch. And that's a ground ball to short, picked up by Concepcion, throws him out for out number 1. So 1 out in the 8th inning, and here is Pocoroba, the Brave, just not generating anything against Frank Pastore so far. So now Bench puts down the target. Pastore looks in and the pitch to Pocoroba. Is he going to say? Yeah, he is. He hits 3R against righties. 1-6, and Pocoroba hits a shot down the right field line. This could be trouble. It's back. It's back. It is. That is a 6. That's gone. Beth Pocoroba ties this game at 1-1. So Pocoroba only 2 home runs during the season, and he hits one here in the 8th, and the Braves tied at 1. Holy cow. So Pocoroba, and now a pinch hitter will definitely be on deck for Niekro. And it's 1-1. Or not. I don't know. Niekro's the best pitcher they have. Bench puts down the target. Pastore looks in. 1-7. Ground ball to short. Big play made, and there's 2 outs. Wow. Biff Pocoroba mobbed by his teammates, and the Braves tie this at 1. So now Nuckies, and they're gonna call back Nucks. They have to. And they got a dangerous bullpen, to be honest. Camp and Garber are both really good and suck up a lot of innings. I've used them before in replay leagues, so we'll go ahead and leave them where they're at. Let's see who has the most at-bats for the Braves here. 218, 221, 278. I think you may have to go to the guy with 278. He belongs there. And that is Jeff Burrows. So Jeff Burrows will come in. 2 outs here in the 8th inning. So Jeffy comes in. Bench puts down the target. Pastore looks in. 4-8. Got him on strikes. Big strikeout for Frank Pastore. So big strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and we have a tie game, 1-1. And the Braves will send in Rick Camp. So Camp will come in. It's either Camp or Garber, and Garber's card is not as good as Camp's, but Camp will come in. He kind of go long, too. He's a 2.5, so Camp will come in. Will stay in the 9th spot. Rick Camp, 6-4, 22 saves, 1.91 ERA, an excellent 80 campaign. So now, bottom of the 8th, 1-1 tie. It's Griffey, Concepcion, Foster against Mr. Camp. Pocoroba puts down the target. Camp pitches, and here it is. 5-9, and that is ground ball down the first. Chambliss has got it, takes it to the bag himself, and there's 1 out here in the 8th. Wow, 1-1 ball game. Here's a shortstop, Dave Concepcion. So Concepcion is so far in the ball game 1 for 3, double and a run scored. Pocoroba puts down the target. Here's a pitch from Camp. 1-4. That is a line drive, base hit for Concepcion. So Concepcion got himself a base hit. He's on at first with 1 man out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And it will be George Foster. Concepcion still's got some wheels. We'll see if we can run on Camp, who's a +1, 11% chance to steal, and doesn't get it. So Concepcion will hold on. Runner on first, 1 out. Pocoroba puts down the target. Here we go. Camp from the stretch, the big George Foster. 4-8, and that is a ground ball in the hole. We'll see if that can go through. 1-7. That's a base hit. Foster's hard hit on the AstroTurf sends it through to left field for a base hit. So that will, a 17 runner, +2 to third. Go, 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 gadget run. So send lead runner. Hold. They'll stop the other runners from advancing, and it's first and third. So Concepcion goes first to third. So now the Reds a chance to take the lead here. Dan Dreesen, 0 for 3. The corners are in. The Braves are looking for 2 up the middle. Camp from the stretch. Pocoroba looks in. Here's the pitch to Dreesen. 4. That is a catch. X. Oh, no. That Bit Pokeroba gave you the tie, and now he may give the game up on a 4-4. Pokeroba, and it will be make the play. Oh, my. He prevents a pass ball or wild pitch, and he makes the play on an E16. Holy cow. So now here is Johnny Bench. 2 outs. Pokeroba puts the target down. Camp working for the stretch. First and third. Here we go. 2-7. Walk them, and the bases are now loaded. So bases loaded, ball game, and it will be Ray IWD night.
I don't have your number, Dave.
Give me one moment, folks, please.
Now you're safe.
So now the bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom 8, 1-1, 1-6-0 for the Reds, 1-3-1 for the Atlanta Braves. And now here's Ray Knight, 2 walks and a ground out, in a very important spot in this game right now. So we'll see what the option will happen. So Ray Knight. So here we go. 1-1. Pokeroba puts the target down. Can't be from the stretch. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 5-5. And that is a ground ball to third. Picks it up and throws him out to end the inning. Oh, my. And the Reds could not get the runner in. Bottom, here we go to the top of the ninth. Reds leave the bases jammed. 1-3-1 for the Braves, 1-6-0 for the Cincinnati Reds. So far in the ball game, the Braves have left 2 on base. The Reds have left 9. So now it's going to be Miller, followed by Royster and Matthews to lead off the ninth. Pastore will stay in the game. And now the Reds can look to their bench. So they are going to go to the bench and get Eddie Miller out of there. If I have a center fielder who can play, they do. And it's going to be Brian Asselstein. Yes, you can use your own words if you want. So Mr. Brian Asselstein will come in. Need to find a picture for you, Brian. So runner on, he'll lead off. He's a 284 hitter, 3 homers, 25 RBIs. Lefty here. Bench puts down the sign. Pastore from the windup. 2-12 ground ball back to the mound. Good play by Pastore. Throws, gets him. This will probably be his last inning. I'm feeling Pastore will probably bat in the bottom of the 9th inning. You'll see a pinch hitter then. Now here's Royster, 0 for 3. Again, we play extra innings. We'll play the extent. There's no Manfred man now. I made sure. 3-7 is a liner, and it's caught. 3-4 Royster. So Royster on a 3-4. That was a single on 1-3. That ball is a 9. So 2 outs in the 9th. 1-3-1, 1-6-0 for the Reds. Matthews is your batter. So Gary, so far, 0 for 3. Vince puts down a target. Pastore looks in. 3-8, got him, struck him out. What a game for Frank Pastore. Gets 9 innings, but so far a no decision. Let's see if the Reds can win it here in the 9th, as it's 1-1 here on opening day 1980. So Brian Asselstein will go in and play center field. Rick Camp will come out again for the next inning. The Reds will send up Kennedy, a pinch hitter for Frank Pastore, and then Dave Collins. Bottom of the 9th, can we see a winner here on Monday Night Baseball? Really, people left. Kennedy, followed by Pastore and Collins. Let's see if Kennedy can get on. Ooh, do you not want him up either? Let's see. He's 1 for 3. Yeah, 337 at bats. Give him a swing. 1-9, and Frank and Junior Kennedy sends the ball down the left field line. Back goes Murphy. Back goes Murphy. Gone. Junior Kennedy. It's out of here, and this win will go to the Reds. So Junior Kennedy walks it off and gives Frank Pastore the win. How about that? So Frank Pastore gets the win as Junior Kennedy walks it off for the Reds. The Reds will go to 1-0, and the Braves will go to 0-1. The final line score, 2-7-0 for the Reds, 1-3-1 for the Braves. Home runs by Pokaroba, who sent this game to a tie in the 8th, but Junior Kennedy got his man with a home run in the 9th to give the winner to the Reds. So Mark Schott is celebrating as he's firing everyone else. Has 21,000 on the opener here, sees the Reds go to first place and wins it. So a proper win for the oldest team in baseball as they get the win. Let's take a look at the first Monday night matchup, and we'll see what we can do for a matchup. My guess is I think we're gonna be out west and see the Los Angeles Dodgers. So let's go and do a quick sim of everything else till Monday night. It will be Monday, April 14th is when we'll see you again, but not in real time, of course. I'll probably get games in on Monday night, still play the other replays that I'm doing. So let's go ahead and we want to sim at least, let's see, on Monday, then we'll sim and look at stats real quick. It's the night games available to me are going to be the Braves and Astros. We've already seen the Braves. We can't see them again, but I prefer not. The Indians and Rangers, probably not. The Dodgers, Padres, I'm kind of leaning on. The Twins and Angels, not a Nolan Ryan, he's in Houston, so that's nothing there. The Giants, the Mariners and the A's. Remember, this is the get up and go Billy Martin A's team. But that's the Mariners. So what do we want to do? Do we want to go with the Padres, Dodgers, or go Giants? And you don't want to do Giants and Reds because you've already seen the Reds already. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go Dodgers and Padres. That'll be the next game because I'm going to save the break for the A's for a better look. So it's hopefully that will be the case. I'll look at the schedule later on today, see what I want to do. But let's now go ahead and play ball the rest of the way till our day we want to play on Monday. So let's go ahead and let the games play out. White Sox beat the Orioles 2-1. Brewers over the Red Sox 5-2. Mets over the Cubs 4-3. So happy recap for the RJL Mets. 9-3 Cardinals over Pittsburgh. 6-5 Tigers over the Royals. Remember, this is George Brett's year. Astros over the Dodgers 6-2. Twins beat the A's 2-1. So much for the A's starting undefeated. 14-6 Yankees over the Rangers and 3-0 Padres over the Giants. So now we'll go into the next game, next day of action, and that will be on a Friday's game. So full slate of games will be played. It was the Orioles over the White Sox 7-6. It was the Mets. Happy recap. They go 2-0 against the Cubbies 5-4. Reds defeat the Braves 4-3. They're 2-0. Angels over the Indians 4-2. Royals over the Tigers 5-0. Dodgers over the Astros over the Dodgers 8-6. Twins over the A's 5-4. And how about that? The A's are 0-2. Expos over the Phillies 8-2. It was the Yankees over the Rangers 2-0. They're 2-0. It was the Cardinals over the Pirates 8-0. The Padres over the Giants 7-2. And the Blue Jays beat the Mariners 3-0. So let's now go ahead to our weekend action. Saturday, again, we're focusing games on Monday Night Baseball. So we're not going to interfere with the Saturday games of the week that Mr. Demo's doing. We're going to stick to Mondays. Braves over the Reds 8-7. It's the Orioles over the White Sox 7-2. Brewers over the Red Sox 4-2. It was the Cubs defeating the Mets 7-6. So the Mets happy recaps end at 2 in a row. It was the Royals over the Tigers 9-6. It was the Astros defeating the Dodgers 6-3. The A's get their first win of the season. They win 3-2. Phillies over the Expos 7-0. Pirates over the Cardinals 4-2. Angels over the Indians 6-2. Padres over the Giants 2-0. And the Mariners over the Blue Jays 2-0. The Sunday night matchup before we get to our Monday games, and I'll save the Mondays till we see you again. Here are the final weekend games, the Sunday before our Monday. Braves 4, Reds 2. It was the Orioles 4, White Sox 2. It was the Brewers 7, Red Sox 6. It was the Mets beating the Cubs 6-4. They win 3 out of 4. Happy recaps to start the season. Angels defeat the Indians 8-4. The Royals dominated the Tigers this weekend. They win 8-7, win 3 out of 4. Astros shut out the Dodgers 11-0. Wow. Twins defeat the A's 5-3. The A's went 1-3. Phillies defeat the Expos 13-4. It was Yankees defeating the Rangers 14-3. This Yankee lineup went absolutely crazy in Texas. Cardinals 3, Pirates 2, Giants 4, Padres 1. It was the Blue Jays 3, Texas 2. And then they play, looks like a doubleheader in Texas. Not sure why that happened. So now we go to the Monday night games. Again, the Monday night game we will again show you will be the Los Angeles Dodgers and Bob Welch taking on Randy Jones and the San Diego Padres. They'll be at Jack Murphy Stadium. Well, folks, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone for coming in. Again, it's been fun. 1980 season is up in arms. We're going. Thank you, P-Jet. Thank you, Doug Hunt, for coming in. For those who come in, please like, please subscribe. I appreciate all the new members, as we'll try to at least get a video on this game on a Monday night live or recording. I'll try to, since I'm off most Tuesdays, I'll hopefully could go live on a Monday and play this. We'll talk to you later. Thank you again. See you later. Again, this is Monday Night Baseball premiere for the 1980 Strat-o-Matic season, as we have the win for the Cincinnati Reds as they walk it off against the Atlanta Braves. Talk to you later, folks. Have a great rest of your day.